I'm gonna tell you straight up right now, it does not make sense for you to be able to go inside my body, but I can't go inside your phone. That's dumb. We gotta do better, y'all. We gotta do better. Today we're talking about love. So if your partner does these 12 things, they're in love. Now, of course, some people can do all of these things or some of these things and still be playing you, and that is when you have to just trust your intuition and look at the signs and work that out. But these things are typically things that I see in people in my own relationship and other people's relationship, people that I've coached. If your partner is doing these 12 things, they're in love. If you're new here, hi, I'm Ty, and I love giving you the skills and tools that you need to turn your struggles into freedom and really connect in your relationships. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of this life-changing content. I can't wait to connect with you. Come here. Number 1 is they always make an effort to see you or speak to you. So a common excuse is like, oh, I was so busy, I was really busy, or I just got so much going on. And I'm not saying that that's not true, because everybody has a lot going on in their life, but the fact of the matter is the people that you want to be in your life will be, period. Everybody is speaking to somebody every day. Like, that's just how it is, if you have a means of communication. So when days go by and you're not hearing from this person, or when days go by and you're not even seeing this person, like, it's more than likely because they don't care enough to see you. So somebody that loves you, loves being around you, they want to spend as much time with you as possible. And sometimes schedules don't allow that, but they still make the effort to speak to you and to feel close to you. Number 2 is, of course, they take you to meet their family and their friends, people who are important to them in their lives. Because what that means is they actually want the other people who are important in their lives to meet this other new person that's important in their lives, which is you. So that means that they want you in their life if they are meshing two pieces of their lives together. And if you do get to meet their family and friends, take note of how they speak to you around them, if it's different from when they speak to you when you're alone. And also take note of how they speak about their friends and family to you, because how they speak about people when they're not around is more than likely how they're going to be speaking about you when you're not around as well. So you want to see if they're a trustworthy person or if they switch up in front of different people. That's just a side note, some advice on the side. Number 3 is they ask your opinion on big and small things. They want to know what you think because it matters, because they value your opinion, which means that they value you. So they'll ask you small things like what you think they look like in that outfit, or what you think they should do regarding this thing or that thing, but then they'll also ask you big life decisions as well too. Like maybe they weigh your opinion when it comes to a job or starting something new. Number 4, they do thoughtful things, and they're spontaneous in the way that they show their affection to you. So this is not just about like buying you flowers. You know, it's really nice to get flowers spontaneously, but what I'm talking about is doing small things that they know make you feel good. Not everything that has a monetary value on it. So maybe like at this point in my relationship, those things look a lot different. So for me now, that's something like doing the dishes or running me a bath and letting me have a relaxing night while he takes care of Jaya. For you, that might be different though. So maybe they know that you like a particular thing. In the beginning of our relationship, Chris would send me flowers all the time. He actually still does that now too, and it's a really nice feeling. But not just the flowers is what I'm talking about. He would also get me things that I liked. So he knew that I liked cats, and he would get me like a cat necklace or cat earrings, just like really cute little things that shows, 1, that they're thinking about you, and 2, that they pay attention to the things that you like and they know what would make you feel good and they want to do that. That's a clear sign that this person is really falling for you and may already be in love with you. I know I'm like focusing on like buying things, but that's just a common way that guys feel like they can show us that they care. But pay attention to those small things too that aren't something that was bought. So maybe they make breakfast for you, or maybe they go outside and like shovel your car for you, or they take your car to the shop, like things like that. So the next thing is they challenge you. They challenge you because they want you to be better, and they're able to tell you difficult things. And the only reason someone would put themselves through the discomfort of telling anybody something uncomfortable is because they want to see that person grow, and they have a genuine interest of being somebody who tells this person the truth, even though it may be difficult to hear. So that's something that I value a lot in my relationship, and that's something that we shared with each other from the beginning, is being able to tell each other like, hey, I think you're way better than this, so let's talk about like how we can grow together as a team. It's being able to ask things about your future and say things like, well, what plans do you have for yourself? And that in and of itself, speaking about the future, that's a bonus right now, because that's another thing that proves that this person is in love with you. If they're speaking about the future with you, then that means that they're seeing a possible future with you and that they are in this for the long run. So if they're challenging you, that's a good thing. If they want you to be better, that's a good thing. And obviously you should be doing that for them too. If you care about them, you want to grow as a couple and as a team. Somebody who doesn't care about you will let you just lie around all day, not really doing anything with your life, never really challenging you to be better or to grow or to push yourself. So if this person is like, why don't you do that thing that you've been wanting to do? Why don't you sign up for classes? Why don't you try this new job? I think you could really be good at that. That's a good thing. Hey, why don't you stop hanging around those friends? I don't think they're a good influence for you. Like, trust me, it can seem controlling sometimes, but if they have good intentions and they just want you to grow as a person, that's a good thing. Allow yourself to be challenged and not to stay in your comfort zone and be complacent. So speaking of growing together and everything like that, another thing that shows that somebody loves you is when they're happy when you win. It's crazy, but sometimes we're close to people who actually, they want us to do good but not better than them. Like, we've all heard that. Or sometimes people just don't know how to accept when somebody else is doing really, really great. And so when you're with somebody who can celebrate your wins with you, because they look at that as I won too, because we're a team, that's a really good thing. Because like I said, they're considering you as one almost. So like, if you win, I win. If you lose, I lose. So let's figure out together how we can continue to win. And when we lose, let's lose together and pick each other up. And that brings me to my next point, which is another way that you know somebody is in love with you is when you guys get through difficult times. So life throws stuff at us all the time. In relationships that stand the test of time, people who are in love with each other, they go through really difficult things. They're able to see you at your worst and you're able to see them at their worst, and they still stick around. Like, they still accept you for you. Everybody is okay with being around when things are great and when it's in the honeymoon phase, but what happens when real stuff starts coming out? You actually start seeing each other's dirty laundry. Like, are they the type of person to say, no, like, I'm not with this? Or do they stick around? Are they there to help you through your dark days? And vice versa. That is how you can know if somebody is actually in love with you or not, is showing them pieces of yourself and seeing if they comfort you or if they are becoming more distant and separating you guys more. How well supported do you feel by this person? Have they comforted you through a hard time in your life? That brings me to my next point, which is honesty. Obviously, like, if somebody loves you, they should be honest with you. If somebody loves you, they're gonna tell you everything there is to know about them. There is not going to be walls up. There's not gonna be you feeling like you don't know if this person is being honest with you. Like, you wouldn't really feel insecure because they're going to be an open book. In anything that you ask them, they're going to be more than willing to like show you and say, I have nothing to hide. Here's my phone. Like, you know, so there will be no secrecy. There will be no questioning like where they were or anything like that. Somebody who loves you wants you to trust them because they want to trust you, or they already do. They want you to know that they are trustworthy and worthy of your love. I'm gonna tell you straight up right now, it does not make sense for you to be able to go inside my body, but I can't go inside your phone. That's dumb. Honesty and openness. Please, please, please do not allow somebody to be all up inside your body and yet you can't even look in their phone. Like, It irks me. We gotta do better, y'all. We gotta do better. Another thing that proves somebody is in love with you is when they stand up for you. They literally can't hear other people talking bad about you. They don't want anybody bad mouthing you, and they believe in you, and they believe in your character and your integrity. And if somebody tries to come at that, they're ready to defend you, and that's a good thing. Another thing is genuine concern. So something that I remember before was talking to somebody who I was always telling them what I was doing, where I was. I was very communicative with them, and that was because, like, I guess I wanted to know those things, but they never really shared that with me, and that always was like a red flag for me. So what I'm trying to say is that they're open with you about where they are and what they're doing, again with the honesty, but also they actually are genuinely concerned with what you're doing and where you're going, and not in a controlling way, but in a way where it's like they just want to know where you are because they want to know that you're safe. They want to know, like, God forbid if anything happened, hey officer, I know the last place she was like at her doctor's appointment, or she was at work and she got off at this time. If you're with somebody and they have no idea what you're doing in the day, it's because they don't care. If they don't know like things about you and where you're traveling, and they don't have any question as to what you're doing, it's because they just don't care about what you're doing. And if they do love you, then like I said, they're gonna want to know that you're safe. They're gonna want to know where you're going and who might be there. Is it dangerous and things like that. And again, not in a controlling way, but just in a genuine concern for your safety kind of way. So something else that proves that somebody loves you is when they're able to reconcile with you simply because of what you mean to them. So what I mean by that is, yeah, you guys can argue and stuff, but they're always ready and willing to put that aside. They're always ready and willing to come back to you and talk to you. Yeah, you guys might have like screamed at the top of your lungs and had a big fight, but they're ready to talk it out. They're ready to like take their 5 minutes or whatever and say, okay, how can we have that not happen again? Hey, I'm sorry. They're okay with saying sorry. Like, they're quick to say sorry if they know that they hurt you. They don't get caught up in their ego and stuff. And it does happen, don't get me wrong, but they don't stay there. Like, they know that the relationship with you is more important than being right. And that is a clear sign that somebody loves you. Oh my God, this cat. Nyla. The last big thing that proves that somebody loves you is when they don't keep doing things that they know hurt you. Somebody who loves you will not continuously do things that they know bothers you and makes you feel bad. Like I was saying before, they want you to know that you can depend on them. They want you to know that they're trustworthy, and they would not purposely want to hurt you, because hurting you is hurting them, which is what I was talking about before with when you win, I win, and when you're hurt, I'm hurt. Like, they genuinely would want to make sure that they are doing things that make you feel loved by them. So if you tell them that you don't like when they do this thing or when they say this to you, then they're going to check themselves on doing that, and you will notice a shift in their behavior. And these things don't happen overnight, because you know, changing yourself is hard, let alone trying to have somebody else change. But they would want to do it on their own. It's not you forcing them to change, it's you being open with them about things that bother you, and then you just watching to see if they actually make efforts to change that, because of the simple fact that they don't want to hurt you. That concludes the list. That's it. If your partner is doing these things, they're in love. So tell me in the comments, are you in love? Or are we gonna have to have some difficult conversations? This was a really fun topic for me. I hope that this was insightful, but also fun for you guys too, and gives you some things to think about in your relationship. Let me know what you're thinking. Leave me a comment about what you would like to see, what you would like to talk about. Like, this is girl talk. For more of my videos, make sure you check out my playlist. Definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. Next week, we're gonna be talking about things you should stop focusing on to get ahead. Bye.